All right, I'm going to bring up my friend Tom Antion. Tom, you guys are in for a real treat. Tom's going to show you the exact techniques that he used to become an internet multimillionaire. And he has one of the largest mailing lists in his own niche. Let's get this behind me. 92,000 people on a little niche industry publication. And he's going to talk about his three-prong attack to creating a six-figure income for yourself. He runs the Great Internet Marketing Center Retreat, the Retreat Center in Virginia Beach, where you can actually sleep with Tom for 4 nights. And I don't really know anyone that would really want to sleep with you for 4 nights, let alone 1, yeah. But it's a center where you can learn. He calls it, one of his students calls it reality internet marketing on steroids. You go live with Tom for 4 days and hang out there in Virginia Beach in this new mansion that he bought. And also, if you're going to hear Tom talk about butt camp, so don't get too excited or don't run away. It's not some perverted adventure travel in the woods. It's Tom's internet marketing system, and Tom's going to show us right now exactly what he does. So come on up, Tom. Thank you.
And just sit that on the table. Yeah. You didn't think I was going to mess up that early, did you? Okay, I need 5 people that can see, can read on the stage right now. First 5, let's go. 5. Come on, I don't have all day. 5 people on stage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here we go. You're close. Well, you got to be on. Yeah, that's my fault. Okay, here we go. What I want you to do is make a, you stand over here. You stand right there. You stand right there. You stand over here. All right, you stand right there. Now hold that. All right. You're going to see a crime scene here in a moment. Thanks to Disney. All right, you hold that. All right. Now, audience is going to help on this. When I give you the cue, this is going to be your response. I'm going to say, you have witnessed, and you're going to yell, a crime. All right, let's practice it. You have witnessed. All right, one more time. You have witnessed. Nope. Now, one thing you got to learn about me, I do not put up with half-baked responses. All right, I will come out. That's why I use a handheld mic. I can beat you on the head with it. All right? All right, so really, let it rip this time. You just have witnessed. That's better. Okay, let's see. Clive here. How you doing, Clive? Clive, would you read number 1 for me?
You have a flash opening on your site.
You have just witnessed. You remember Corey telling me about ugly? Keep it ugly. I think money, not pretty. All right, this flash stuff will kill you. All the stuff that techno geeks sell you will kill you. Okay, number 2.
Your brother-in-law, who works for Intel, is doing your site.
You have just witnessed Intel. First of all, this guy might work for Intel on the website. Well, 300 people work on the website at Intel, and this guy might be in charge of punctuation in the chip division or something, right? They don't know how to make a small business website kick. All right, number 3.
You do not have an upsell strategy.
You've got to have more products to sell at the point of sale. I'm going to show you exact techniques, and I'm going to disagree with my buddy Corey a little bit on whether pop-up boxes work and upsells and how you can do it, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. All right, number 4. Whose turn is it? Right here.
All right, number 4. You do not have an exit strategy.
All right, wait a minute. You have just witnessed. You must, and we missed one, so you had just witnessed for number 3. All right. You must have an exit strategy. Smart internet marketers make money when people are leaving their site. I'm going to show you several techniques to make a lot of money when people are leaving your site. All right, now, let's see. Number 5.
You do not use a spam checker before sending email.
Okay, now your answer to this one is a big crime, all right? You have just witnessed, if you want delivery rates, you just can't send out the emails that people have been telling you about. It's a new world out there. You run it through a spam checker. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, so it'll show you what your email looks like to spam filters before you send it out so you can fix it. All right, now, all of you up here to help me out, would you like a half-hour free consultation by phone? All right, well, you see me afterwards, and we'll arrange for it. All right, let's hear it for these folks. Hey, it's all right, let's hear it. Take it with you. Take the crime scene out of here. We have no crime scene when I'm around. Okay. Now, you better have sharp pencils because I'm going to lay it on you. I'm known for high content. I'm going to give you exact techniques that you can use immediately. In fact, some of the techniques you want to run out of here before I'm done and use. It happens all the time. I have broken down my attack on the internet into what I call 3 prongs. Number 1, websites and all that entails. Let me shut this off. Now that was me when I was younger. Plastic surgery will do wonders. All right. Prong 1 is website and all that entails. That's the psychological sales process. That's your shopping system. That's your basic layout. And first, I got to tell you right off the bat, is there any web designers in here? Hold your hands up. Stand up, please. Please stand up. All right, I want everybody to give them a round of applause right now. A good round of applause. Because they are here. Most of their competition, you can sit down, are back home thinking they know it all and selling you a bunch of crap. All right? Most web designers hate me. Folks, the web designers here, you're going to love me before I'm done because I'm going to make you way more valuable, all right, to your clients, because making something pretty is not going to make it sell. So prong 1, what is it? Websites. Prong 2, permission-based email marketing. You've heard that over and over again, but guess what? I don't tell you what you've heard all the other times. I'm going to give you some things you haven't heard yet on permission-based email marketing. How to build your list fast. How to make clout out of your list. That's one way that a lot of the internet guys don't know how to use their list to really make money. So we're going to talk about prong 2, permission-based email marketing. Prong 3 is product development. And I'm going to hone in on a couple. Do we have the handouts out? You all have blue handouts? Good, okay. Prong 3 is product development. I'm going to hone in on only 2 in my limited time today. E-courses and telephone seminars. You might think, oh, gee, well, that's not internet. Well, it sure is internet, and it makes a lot of money. So we're going to hone in on those 3. Now, let's see. 3rd row back, 2nd gentleman in, white shirt. Look at the ceiling, please. Tell me the 3 prongs. Yell them out loud. You're a good man, and you got a half hour coming. Let's hear, what's your name? Angel. Angel. Let's hear it for Angel. All right. I will call on you at random. You do not have a choice. I will make you very embarrassed if you don't know the simple thing that I just said. Okie doke. I thought I had 2 hours, but I don't, so I only have an hour. So this handout is a 2-hour handout. So I'm going to selectively pick things that you have not heard yet and go a little deeper for you. Is that all right? Fair with that? Okay, why am I creditable to be up here? Here's the answer. I started out long time ago. I had a website way before most people had them. 2 years went by because I thought I was going to be rich overnight. And my web guy came up to me and said, you know, you've only had 400 people hit your website in the last 2 years. You can't make a lot of money that way, all right? So that was my 2x4 in the head, and thank my lucky stars that I got online and decided I'm going to learn how to do this. One of the first guys I went into, you saw him already, Corey Rudel. So I'm basically a product of Corey Rudel. Now we have gone quite a few different directions since then and don't see eye to eye on some things, but I really thank him for that. But the reason I'm credible, though, is because I didn't start out selling internet stuff. In fact, nobody that knew me in the past, I came from straight comedy, folks. I owned an entertainment company. You saw those crazy pictures. That was me doing gorillograms for a living, all right? So I didn't come from internet. People would think you're crazy, Antion's talking about internet. And I didn't want to talk about internet. I got drug into it. I wanted to sell my public speaking videos. Now, guess what? How many people in the world are thrilled to death to do a public event and speak? No, not in this room, in the world. Very few. It's the hardest sell in the world. Well, I made a fortune and still do selling public speaking stuff and got so good at it, people begged me to speak on internet. That's why I'm here today, and that's why I'm credible. It's not just making money stuff, and so I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people sell this stuff, but not just money-making stuff. So that's why I'm credible. Now, I got a warning for you. It's very serious. Write this one down. Do not take financial advice from people driving broken down Pintos. I'm talking about the propeller heads, the techno geeks, all the wonderful words I have for these folks that never made a nickel selling anything on the internet and advising you how to do it. This is not good. You will not make a lot of money this way. And who feels they're very technical in here? Forget all of it. It doesn't matter. In fact, in some cases, in most cases, it's a detriment because you will play with installing hard drives and networking and messing with all kinds of stuff that'll never make you much money. So don't worry about it. All I know is how to click to make money. That's all I care about. In fact, I had an 11th grader build all my computers in my office, network them together, and he sits behind me and tells me what an idiot I am because it takes me 8 keystrokes to do what he can do in 2. Sorry, so forget being technical. I'm not technical, don't want to be technical. All right, now, I'm going to show you a little picture here of what not being technical can do for you. This is my new $1.5 million house that's paid for with just 3 websites that I'm going to show you today. The whole deal, all right, the whole schmear, including the digital products I sell, all 3 websites combined, not each, $1,000 investment. Makes $100,000 a year, pays the mortgage on that $1.5 million house, all right? So this is serious stuff, but I don't think technically. I think like a marketer, and I get a propeller head to do all that stuff, all right? Now, with one exception, I use web designers. Web designers, I'm not trying to cut you out of business. I want you to get lots of business. But I want you to create basic designs for these people, and you learn how to update it yourself. That's the best skill I ever got in my whole life is being able to update my website because my websites would conservatively have cost $500,000 had I had them created by somebody else. But I probably got $2,000 in a little bit of training and a couple of front page program, which again, the web designers are going to say, ooh, the code is not pure. And I don't care. I was up to $20,000 a month, and I'm hearing this out of these people driving the broken down Pintos, all right? I only knew how to do 5 things, that I'll tell you about maybe a little later. So forget about that. This will make you a fortune thinking like a marketer, not like a techie. All right, let's go to your handout. And I know you wouldn't be here if you didn't think there was a benefit to this, but let's just briefly go over some of these things. Speed to market. You've heard some really good stories about speed to market here. How about this one? I have one book that from concept, that means it just came out of a need that I had for an upsell product, to on sale on the internet, bringing money in, 8 hours. That includes lunch and answering phone calls and troubleshooting things, 8 hours. So you can have a massive speed to market with this. Number 2, low cost, well, number 2 and 3, low cost, no cost, and low risk. How would you like, and you've seen a little bit mention of this, so I'm going to tell you about how to do it. How would you like to write 7 emails, and at the end of that week, have $7,000 in sales, and from then on forever, maybe about 100 leads a month coming into your website. Cool? Well, I'm going to show the exact details of that using the sequential autoresponders that were mentioned earlier in this thing. And I specialize in very low cost, massive returns. That's what I want, because I want you to be able to fail, 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 fail. Let's see. Massive distribution. Now, I can walk down the street in Orlando, Florida, and nobody notices me, but I can't walk down the hall in my professional niche market. I have to hide if I got to get somewhere, because I'm so well known because of my internet magazine. All right? Everybody knows me. Well, guess what? When everybody knows you, here's the clue. Your celebrity status rises, and your fees for consulting, speaking, if you want to be a speaker, you get paid more if you're more well known. And this can do it the fastest anywhere in history. All right, last one, minimum skill required. Literally, I could only do 5 things on my website to get from $0 to $20,000 a month. Here they are. Number 1, I could add a new page. I could add, number 2, add navigation buttons from the last page, which you basically can combine just by going File, Save As. All right, so that's only really one thing. I can add a graphic, which I don't do much of because they're virtually a waste of time. Text and a hyperlink. That's all I knew how to do for the first 2 years to get from $0 to $20,000 a month. If you get that skill, and right here, 3rd row back, one of my old assistants, Janet Hall, will tutor you on it. That's the best way. Get a tutor. Get somebody to just show you, like these videos that you've been seeing, because if you take a class, they're going to show you all the crap that you're never going to, all the funny, flashing stuff that you'll never need. Now, you can probably spend a couple $100 to get this skill and build a massive empire of websites, okay? So get that skill. It doesn't take much. Okay, let's go into prong 1. Now, I'm going to pick and choose here which we should talk about. Does everybody understand from Yanik's last talk about the search term tool at overture.com? Does everybody know what that is and how to use it? Is that a no? No. Okay, we're going to watch a little video. I've been doing these Camtasia videos for probably 3 years now, so it's done me very well. Let's watch a little video on what this can do for you.
Okay, here we are at overture.com, formerly known as goto.com. This is a pay-per-click search engine. The reason we're here is because I want to show you one of the most powerful tools on the internet called the search term tool. They move it around frequently, but for right now you can find it at Advertiser Center, then click on Tools, then Term Suggestion Tool. Now I'll move it here in the middle so we can see it a little better. This is
Hey, Mike. Okay. Yeah. Keep in mind that they move this around quite a bit because it's so popular and so valuable. So you may have to change the direction to find it. But anyway, find it. It's important.
Very powerful tool that can really do a lot for your business. Let's take a popular speaking term like leadership. Let's type that in there and see what happens. Well, what this is telling me is that the term leadership was typed in to this search engine 32,821 times in the last 30 days. Quite a bit. But look at all these other ways that leadership was typed in to the search engine. 6,739 times leadership style. 5663 educational leadership, 5342 leadership skill. Actually, they leave off the plural, so that's skills. Goes on and on, all the way down to 210 times for principle-centered leadership. The way you use this is you find out what keywords apply to your business, put them in here, and then see all the different ways that people are typing them in and how many times they are typing it in. This tells you how many people are in your target market. This is just on one search engine and its affiliates. There's actually lots more places that people could type these words in, but this gives you a relative idea of how popular they are. Now, the way you use these other ways, for instance, leadership theory. You would make a page in your website, maybe write an article, and use the term leadership theory. in various places on that web page that you would learn in another one of these videos on where to put them in the title bar and all the in text and behind the scenes and so forth. Then when these 1,704 people type that term in, you have a chance of your page popping right up. And the further down the list you go to the less popular words, the easier it is to get a #1 ranking in the search engine because people aren't concentrating on these ones as much. So you can.
Okay, just keep me on, Mike. Mike, yeah. Now you remember Corey talked about the tool Web Position Gold? Remember that? Well, this is where you would use that tool and it would tell you how many times and where to place these terms in the page to give you the best chance of the search engines finding it. So basically what I do is I take all these words and make one page on my website for each word and make a little article. It could be a couple hundred-word article, a mini article. And the Web Position Gold tool tells me how many times and where to place the words so that it gives me the best chance of coming up high in a search on that particular term. This is a way I build massive amounts of traffic on a very little niche market. Now, another trick here is you can highlight this list, drag your mouse over it, and copy it and paste it into your word processor, because you'll want to use this offline and you want to have a big list of these keywords so that the web person can put them in if you can't do it yourself. So really powerful tool here. Let's watch how else you can use it.
You can start from the bottom of the list, work your way up, making pages in your website based around these terms, and grab tons of all this traffic. This adds up to thousands and thousands and thousands of people per month. So this is how I get lots of traffic to my site. I find out the ways people are typing them in, and then I create pages to catch the search engine traffic under those terms and get them into my website. Now here's another way this can save you a lot of trouble. I had a guy come to me one time. He said, "Tom, I want you to develop me a website based on the term value-added selling. Oh, that's the buzzword. Oh yeah, it's a hot thing, and I want to dominate on that keyword." I went to this search engine. I typed in value-added selling, and I hit go. You see this?
No suggestions
Not
at all.
one person in the past 30 days, even to this day, and this happened 2 years ago, typed in value-added selling. They're typing in all the typical stuff, sales training, sales management, all that stuff. So you've got to use this kind of tool and be careful what keywords you concentrate on, because nobody might be using them. Sure, you can dominate on them, but if nobody's typing them, big deal. So this is a very powerful tool. It's called the Search Term Suggestion Tool at Overture.com. Use it before you do anything else on your website.
Yeah, there you go. You got to know those keywords. And it always cracks me up. Like Joe Pete Skaniskovsky comes up to me and says, "Hey, I got a #1 ranking. Man, I typed my name in there. Came up #1. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, okay. You're going to get rich on that one there, bud." And you got to. The reason I tell you to cut them and paste them somewhere else, because let's say you put the word training in there. All right, you'd get dog training and potty training and all kinds of other stuff that you'll want to eliminate after a while. Okay, so that's a search term tool. Now, what do you do with those words? Well, there's at least 20 different places on a website that you can put keywords in. The title bar, in the link text, the closer to the front of the link, the better. In heading tags, in the body of the thing. So you got to know these things. And guess what? There's less than 1% of the web designers on the face of the earth that know these. Now let me ask you something. If your web designer was any good at this and could make a lot of money doing this, would they be working for you? No, they wouldn't. So you got to assume they don't know. And here's your #1 question to ask the people helping you on your website. Ask this verbatim, write this down, no joke. Mr. and Ms. Web Designer, what plan do you have to work my keywords into the design of this website? Mr. and Ms. Web Designer, what plan do you have to work my keywords into the design of this website? If you hear them mumble something about, "Ooh, well, we're going to give you meta tags," put your wallet in your pocket and run as fast as you can out the door, because you're going to go 2 years like me with no traffic and wonder what hit you, all right? If they say something, well, we're going to make sure each page has unique title bars and appropriate words, and we're going to put link text in, and we're going to analyze the page before we put it up for you, you may have somebody that knows what they're doing, all right? And if you just do it the other way, you don't know what you're doing, they don't know what they're doing, you're not going anywhere with your website, all right, unless you pay per click. Okay, now I'm going to jump to an example. This is actually on page 2, but it's good representation of, we're going to jump down to the sales process, because I know you want to get into the stuff on conversion, converting people. So we're going to watch a little technique I devised to determine good topics for single-page websites. Now, these are the ones that make me $100,000 a year, and the whole schmear, including the books that are written on them, less than $1,000. This is called one-page websites.
Well, this is my latest project, folks, that I'm so proud of. I've come up with a method to make one-page websites that are very, very profitable right off the bat, selling digital products. Now, this is how it works. You identify very tightly niched topics. In this case, I identified the topic wedding toasts. And the way I identified and chose this as a topic was because I found that the term wedding toasts gets searched upon about 40,000 times in 1 month on one major search engine.
How did I find that out? Overture, all right? Another really good tool is Word Tracker. That not only tells you what's popular, it tells you where the least competition is on popular things. So that's a little bit more advanced, but a very good tool for you, Word Tracker.
Then I also determined that if you were going to use a pay-per-click search engine, that the clicks on this very tightly niched topic are only about 9 or 10 cents at the time of this recording. So what that does is give me a highly sought-after product that costs very little to advertise. So for 9 or 10 cents, I can be up in the top of this search engine. Now, this one-page site was created extremely inexpensively. This wedding template for a web page was $15. The book that I'm selling on the site, I got it by hiring a writer at Elance. That's freelance, but it's on the internet. It's Elance. So the book...
Are you familiar with that, Elance, where you can put bids out? Okay, here's your tip on that. Make sure when you get a writer like this, you sign an agreement with them that it's a work for hire. You are paying them only for their research and writing. You are not paying them or giving them royalties or credits on the book, nothing. Make sure that agreement is signed before you proceed with an agreement like that. Because if this hits big, they might come after you and want some royalties out of it.
Book that I'm selling on this site costs $275 along with the sales letter. I tweaked the book and the sales letter a little bit to make it better. And then this is just a box. it's a template with a box under it that makes this site, the whole site. That's it. Down at the bottom, I connected it to my shopping system. So they click here, they go, they buy the digital product. It's a $17 book, and download it themselves. Now, hosting this site for me is only about 75 cents per month, because I've bought 200 of these kinds of websites, and so I got what we call a dedicated server. It's just my sites are on it, and I bought it or leased it is what you do, just to hold these one-pagers. Now, if you've seen on another video an exit strategy. Let's say someone decides they just...
Okay, this is really important here. This is, again, where Corey and I differ a little bit. And I don't think we really differ on this point. It's just that he didn't have time to go more in depth. But pop-up boxes make me a lot of money, extra money, when people are leaving the site. So I'm going to show you a little funny example, and then I'm going to show you a real killer example.
Don't want to spend the money on this book. It's a little bit too much for an ebook for them. So they decide to leave. They hit their back button, Bam. Pop-up box. Tom is crazy. And most people out there that know me would agree with that. We told him not to do this, but he wouldn't listen. And then I go on about how I'm not married. How should I know how much it should cost? Let them pick their price. And so I put links here for different prices for the book. Of course, most people that take advantage of this click the $9.95, but so far in the first 3 weeks, 2 people have picked the $14.95. So these must be incredibly fair people to do such a thing, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart. So this is a really inexpensive way to get some money coming in real quick on the internet.
Okay, folks, this is exit strategy, all right? Thank you. Oh, no, yeah, the ones that are the 14 and 95, I sell them all kinds of stuff. I double, triple the price and just send it to them. It really ups up the figures for you, you know. Now what I'm working on now is get an unblockable pop-up box for this exit technique. Now there's unblockable pop-up boxes, but this one has to be so that when you hit the buy button on the main sales page, no pop-up box. See? So this is a little funny thing, but remember, I'm paying per click to get these people here. Anything they give me on the digital product is profit, right? So let them bring it on. Bring it on. All right, so that's one method. Now, let me show you where it really turns it on to bring in money. This is called a finance option. Exact same technique used in a little different way.
Okay, here we are at one of the sales pages for my Wake 'em Up Video Professional Speaking System. And let's pretend that you read this whole page and you really got psyched up about buying this product, but then you got down to the price and it was like, oh my goodness, $697. Oh, I really want this, but that's just a little too rich for my blood right now. So you decide to leave. Let's say you click your back button and look what happens. You get a pop-up box that says cash flow problem. We'll finance the system for you. Just $398 down and 3 easy payments of $99.66 a month. Don't let your speaking dreams slip away. Click here to order now. Well, this is a conversion technique to take people that were leaving your site and take another shot at them. You really don't have much to lose at this point. They were leaving the sales page without purchasing, so why not take a shot at them? It only took 17 viewings of this pop-up box to make a sale, $398 down and 3 easy payments, which was a total of almost $700.
Now let me tell you something about this. When I was doing this before I had my really killer shopping system, it's called Kickstart Card, I'm going to tell you about it in a minute, I would forget to make run the extra credit card charges. I'm totally disorganized. Janet, in fact, used to work for me as a professional organizer, and she'd come once a week and burst into tears as soon as she got in the door because I ruined everything she had done the last week. So I'd forget to charge him. It'd go months and I wouldn't charge him. Now the automated shopping system I have does recurring billing. So it charges them the $398 down plus shipping and then hits them $99.66 like clockwork. I don't think I've lost a nickel over this now, where before I was all haphazard. But this will make you money. Remember, the people were doing what before they saw this box? Leaving. They're leaving. They're taking their money. All right? Why get them to stay with their money? All right? That's a finance option. All right, let's go on here a second.
And since in the first couple weeks it was up, it brought in about $5,000 or $6,000 in sales that would have gone somewhere else and not spent the money if it wasn't for this finance option. Now, the other cool thing about it is let's close this box and let's go back to that speaker video page, and let's say you went down the page and you got all psyched about all this being a professional speaker, and then you got down and you clicked on the order button. In other words, you like it, you're ready to buy, $697, hey, I can handle it, it's worth it. Click. look what happens. No pop-up box. This is a sell-through that we'll see on another video to keep selling on your order page, but there's no pop-up box to tell them the finance option. They're ready to buy at $6.97. I don't want to take half if I can have the whole thing. So there you go. Whenever they clicked on any of the order links on that page, no pop-up box. The only time the pop-up box came into play was when they were leaving the page. So this is a very powerful technique to take people that are leaving and turn them into cash.
Pretty cool, huh? That going to make you some money? Okay, that's a finance option exit strategy. Here's a couple more. Yeah, somebody mentioned this a little bit, a thank you page. A customized thank you page with a sales letter on it. So they've gotten done shopping. Now here's a couple ways you can make money with that. One is you can put your affiliate links there. That's a great place once you develop your own products to put affiliate links is on your thank you page because they've already spent money with you. See, you're not distracting them from spending money with you first. Put it on the thank you page. Then another way is to put a full sales letter for some other product on your thank you page. And that you've heard that, I think, once before. So those are exit strategies. Make money when people are leaving. Now I want to pop back here for a moment. Let's see. To show you, this video is good because it shows lots of examples, even though it's not all about this particular topic. Here it is. I learned this from Alex Mandosian. If you ever get hear anything from him, it's great. Very brilliant guy. Love the guy. And he actually let me use this little template. Where is the main place where people bag out of a sale on your website? The order page. A lot of studies support that. They get to the order page, they get cold feet, they get messed up, they get confused, they start having second thoughts. This helps knock that out. What it is, it's customized HTML coding that goes on top or bottom. I think Corey showed you an example real quick of the bottom, but this is the top order form sell-through. So you go, yes, I want the thing. Yes, I know it's a lot of work. Yeah, here's the bonuses. And down, if you go down lower on that page, you see something. Click here and we'll tell you about how secure this site is. And it gives an 800 number for service and testimonials. I want them to buy that darn thing, all right? So this helps them fill the order page in. Now another thing on order pages, there's all kinds of things you can do on order pages to customize it depending on what kind of, if you want somebody's birthday or whatever it happens to be, you can usually put custom fields in an order page to glean more information for yourself. So this is really a powerful technique for order pages. Now, this isn't really an exit strategy, but this is another selling opportunity. How many have opt-in lists? Do the people get a confirmation immediate? Maybe not your welcome letter that comes through an autoresponder, but an immediate confirmation. Many of you do that? What's on it? It just says, oh, we see you did this, thanks, right? Mine's got a 17-page sales letter on it, man. I hit him as fast as I can hit him, man. I used to say, no, I better let him get value first. Bullshit, I want the money. Fill that thing out, man. Read that thing. Read that thing. You want to be a speaker? Here's how to do it, man. So use these. See, the savvy marketers are doing these things. If you're not doing them, you need to do them because you can take the same number of visitors and get more money out of them, all right? I know where to click to make money, and that's what I want for you. Okay, let's see, what else? How about I give you a free ebook? How about that? This is, I represent oneshoppingcart.com, who have some of the people in here have private labels. Mine is called Kickstart Cart. Anybody in here use Kickstart Cart? Several people. Is this an awesome program? Absolutely, probably, yeah. It's like a jet fighter thing. All right, and most people don't even use all the stuff that it has. It's just so powerful. But it allows you to do everything I showed you. Custom order forms. The autoresponders everybody's been telling you, unlimited sequential autoresponders. Has all this stuff. You can customize all kinds of things. What else can you do with it, Janet? Oh, it has a built-in affiliate program. That's one thing. I used to have a SourceTrack, and it is awesome. Corey's thing is awesome. What's not awesome is all the other idiot shopping cart companies. And I had a SocialTrack, and Corey's, I think his staff is just the most patient people on the face of the earth. 6 months downtime getting it to work with my shopping cart at the time. So even though a SocialTrack was great, all the techies blame each other when they're in different companies when something doesn't work. All right, so when you have an integrated system, it all works together. Now this thing also will allow you to do what Yanik was showing you about public domain and putting up different websites. You don't have to do any of those hoops that he said to jump through. This will handle multiple websites. I've got at least 30 of them running through the cart right now. And I just keep adding and don't have to put another cart up to do this. So this is very, very powerful. So the free ebook, it's about 30 pages, will tell you all about this, is on your resource page, it's the 4th link down on the last page. It's the one public-speaking.org/ebook.htm, 4th link on your resource page. This will tell you, I'm not selling this thing now here today, but you need to know about these kinds of tools because this is what makes you money. This is what really makes you more money. In fact, I was doing a telephone seminar and it was Thanksgiving. This is how disorganized I am. I set it up for Thanksgiving. How dumb I am. I got nothing to do. I think nobody else does, all right? Well, apparently, 60 other people didn't have anything to do either because they signed up at 30 bucks a head. I couldn't believe it. 1,800 bucks, 1 hour. I'm sitting there with my dirty bicycle shorts, didn't shave. I'm happy. 1,800 bucks. Wouldn't you be happy? Well, wouldn't you be happier if it was 3,800 bucks? All right, upselling. This is what I was talking about, upselling. When the people went to pull their wallet out to sign up for the telephone seminar, the shopping cart said, and this is another thing where Corey said you couldn't upsell to a higher price. Not true. And he would probably say this too. If you give them a good enough deal, you can. All right? So I said, at the shopping cart said, well, listen, Tom's done lots of teleseminars. Why, just pick them from the list. We got them all here for you. Pick what you want. Or why don't you take all of them for 97 bucks? 21 people out of 60 took that, made it a $3,834 hour Thanksgiving with me sitting there and didn't shave, all right? This is cool. This makes your turkey digest so easy, all right? All right? So those are the kind of powerful things you can do with a cart like this. Okay, let's see. Let's go to prong 2. What's prong 2? Email. What time am I supposed to quit back there? Never, ever. There's an endorsement. What time, y'all? 10:30. Okay. Oh, hey ha. I didn't say a word. All right, let's just roll. We got to keep this thing going. Okay, I'm going to pick out a couple things for you. The way I built my list so fast, first of all, you put your sign-up thing. I'm not going to tell you all the easy stuff, but you do put your sign-up thing on every single page of your website, all those kinds of things. Use pop-ups, and I use Corey's. I'm one of the first ones using the hover ad. Doubled my subscription rate, so I highly endorse that program. It pops in and bounces into your, I don't know if I do have an internet connection here or not, but that thing works. But I want to tell you about co-registration. We'll see if the internet happens to be hooked up. Co-registration is where, let's see. No, I guess I'm not live there. Somebody is at some other website for some other reason. And that person is smart enough on that website to have an exit strategy. So when you leave their site, boom, pops up and says, why don't you try one of these wonderful free e-zines? When you click on it, I get a subscriber and I pay that website 20 cents, 25, could be $1 if it's a really highly qualified site. That's called co-registration. I built 100,000 subscribers in 1 year. Notice my list is only 92,000 now, all right? Well, they're not as good quality, and everybody will agree with that because they were doing something else and found me as an afterthought, all right? That's kind of the way most of the women in my life have been too, all right? And it wasn't like they were searching on public speaking and found me, fell in love, and signed up, all right? So they're not as good a subscriber. But if you're smart, and many internet marketers can't see past the keyboard like Marlon was showing you, you'll use this to build a massive list in your industry. You'll invest in yourself. And if you have, one way that I'm clean up on this is I get invited to speak all kinds of places. This guy's got the biggest list in the world in our industry. We should have him in. All right? They don't know that they were at a casino site yesterday, these people on the list. All right? So it gives you clout. It gets me all kinds of publicity. I'm always interviewed in all the major media because of this massive distribution. In fact, I got a $100,000 contract for 3 months part-time as a spokesperson for CBS on one of the biggest websites in the world because of this e-zine and massive distribution. They interviewed me on the radio. No, it wasn't like that. A columnist interviewed me for 5 minutes because somebody asked her a question about internet. She published it in Miami. Same time, a PR firm is looking for a spokesperson for CBS. Bam, done deal, 100 grand. Part-time for 3 months, all right? So this can really crank for you. But I had that big list of people, and you never know who's on it. So co-reg can turn into big dollars. What you have to be careful of is it's a legitimate company collecting the addresses, and they're not farming them. So if you want a list, email me, and I'll tell you a place to go to look and see some ones that have been clean, you know, that collect the addresses in a proper way. Okay, that's one thing. Now, spam filtering. That's what I want to dig into a little bit here. I said that it's a crime if you don't filter spam. There's an arbitrary score that you're given. I think Spam Assassin is the one that's in charge of it. And 5 is kind of the cutoff. If your email rates higher than a 5, chances are it's going to get filtered a lot of places. So typically, if I write one of my issues, I get like a 10 or 12 score in the spam checker, and it tells me what to fix. So I go right down, fix what it says, and sometimes I can get a negative score, which is great. That means it's going to clear virtually all spam filters. Now, you want to know how you get a negative score? All right. Well, I won't tell you. I don't care. I'll keep my negative score. You put the written out month in the subject line of your e-zine. The month written out, like October, 20th, 2004, or whatever it is, it says probable newsletter. All right, that's right now. This change, you know, these things change frequently, but that'll be a negative score, and it'll knock down whatever positive points you have. But keep it under 5, close to 0 is best. Now, how do you do this? Well, there's one free place. Write this down. It's not in your handout. Lyris, Lyris.com. Lyris.com. / content checker. Wait a minute. Which way is forward from your ass? This way. / content checker. You slap your email in there, they email your report, tell you what to fix, then you send it out. All right, this will get your delivery rates way up. Now, Kickstart Cart has one built in from Spam Assassin. So as soon as you make your what you're going to send out, you hit the spam checker, it checks it, gives you a thing, and highlights all the words that are troublesome. You fix them, boom, out the door. All right? This is the way savvy marketers do things. Okay, one more thing on email. Email promotions. Marlon showed you a funny one. I don't do any HTML email. You got to really know what you're doing to do what Marlon did there. But here's what I did. I drive them to a website. I've been threatening to do this for years. I wish I'd have done it sooner. I did an ebook clearance sale. And I mocked it after like a automobile tent sale. So I said, the boss says move them out. We don't have room for these old electrons. The new ones are coming in. I had a tent and I had porta potties, and you'll see the webpage here that I drove them to somewhere. Where the heck is that? Anybody see it? I go, see how disorganized I am? I know it's here somewhere. Where? That says upsell. By the dog's nose. Tent sale. Thank you. I don't know how it got there even. Yeah, I usually put the recycle bin there. Here it is. This is the page they went to. As you scroll down, it's got jumping hot dogs and all kinds of stuff. But all my digital products were half off. How much you think that pulled on December 30th when I'm sitting home thinking, you know, I'd like to make a few bucks tonight when I don't hardly sell anything in December? How much do you think? How much? How'd you know? About $9,600 for that email. All of it delivered digitally, virtually all of it, all right? So email promotions, we could spend hours on that, giving you the insights on the different things. The oops, I forgot promotion, all the week follow-up, all the things. Now, guess what ClickBank said is the number one thing that gets your email opened? No, excuse me, not deleted. What is it? Yell it out. The from. If it's recognizable from, that's why you need a consistent from line all the time when you send it out. What's the thing that gets it open? Subject line. And it's got to be a deal to get high response. There's been many studies on this. Email promotions just saying, hey, I just finished my new book. Please buy it at full price. Doesn't get a lot, right? You give them a deal, you get higher response. And guess what? I'm not sexist. The figures don't lie. Women don't care about spam that much. They won't complain. ClickBank study from 2004. So the men are the ones that are going to get on you for spamming, women not. So if you have a female market, you can probably send more often than a male market. All right, those are hardcore statistics there. Okay, let's see. How about I give something away? What do you think? Huh? Okay, I got a big package of stuff here. I got two of them, in fact. But this is nothing compared to what I'm really going to give away. Did I tell you earlier that two people in this crowd, and you got to be in the room, are going to spend 4 days with me at the retreat center? Did I tell you that? Did I happen to forget that? So we're going to, what we're going to do is we're going to have a drawing. I got the dispensation from Pope Yanik to be able to have a drawing. Now, if you get in this drawing and you don't ever want to get an email from me, just write no emails on your business card and no problem, you'll never hear from me again. But if you do put in the drawing, I'll put you on to Great Speaking E-zines. Is that fair enough? You can unsubscribe anytime you want. Okay, pass your business cards in. The ladies in the back will be coming through with a bag. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to win. 2 people will win a package of material. And it's described on that order form that you see. With your handout, you got a two-part NCR order form. So pull that out, and we'll tell you what you're going to get. Just pass your business cards in to the middle. And I'll tell you about this. These kinds of videos that you've been seeing are the Camtasia. I actually have 50 of them, 5.5 hours on one multimedia CD that I sell for 199 bucks. It's in here, in this pseudo leather case. Very nice. Also, my 550-page reference book is in here. This is called Click, the Ultimate Guide to Electronic Marketing. It's all in here. Now, everybody's been hammering you about copywriting. I'm self-taught and make a lot of money doing this. So I got 2 hours, what I call Copywriting 901, the fast track to writing words that sell. This will give you the fastest method to writing, other than the automated ones online, to learn what you need to learn to do this. So you're going to win that. How about 2 hours on my one-page websites? All the details, so that I don't want you to fail by seeing, oh, that looks easy, I'm going to be rich tomorrow. No, you got to know the details. So they're on this 2-hour tape. Now, we haven't talked about it yet, but I make a fortune on telephone seminars. That's what I'm going to end up with today. This is a 3-hour kit on how to do telephone seminars, the mechanics of doing it, and I make as much as $20,000, $25,000 on one telephone seminar. And you know what? I'm lying to you. You know why I'm lying to you? Because how much I really make would sound like so preposterous that it's unbelievable. But I'm going to explain to you how I make a lot of money. I make almost all my products now by recording the teleseminar. Okay? And then I sell, I think when we recorded this one right here, We had $10,000 in admission fees for the night. We had $8,000 in pre-sales of the tape. That's 18. But guess what? How hard is it for me to sell maybe 200-300 more copies of this when I got 92,000 loyal subscribers? There's another 40, 50, 60,000. And couples, I'm $15,000 a speech. And a couple of them, there you are, I'm up over 100,000 for 2 hours work. I'm sorry, it was 6 hours. It was 2 nights, 3 hours a night to record that one that made that much money. But it's all the strategies that I used at the breaks. You get all of that in this 3-hour kit. And you get the 6 hours. It's now on CD. We do have tapes available. There's, I think, limited supply of the tapes, and the rest of them back there on CDs. You get all 6 hours as if you attended my butt camp. Is that a decent prize? Okay, where's, how are we doing on the business cards? Where are they? Who took them? Somebody ran off. Where's the business cards? Would you like me to come back there? I don't know. There we go. Hey, let's hear it for these ladies. Boy, have they been working hard. Look at her. That's how they stay in good shape. They run around this place all day. Okay, let's see. All right, we'll pick one out of each bag for the kits, and then we'll pick for the biggies. All right. Oh, you're not in yet? Come on, come on down, man. That was a good young man that did that. All right, for one kit. On the back it says Jason Raj. On the front it says, I don't, easy time. Hey, come on, let's hear it for him. Yeah, all right. There you go. Congratulations, Jason. Thank you. All right, who we got in the other bag? Oh, where you been? Where you been? Right in the front row. Did you miss this? Or what happened? He changed his mind, huh? All right, let's see who's the winner here. Okay. Bill Ayat. Come on down. Hey, I know Bill. Good man. All right. There you go. You figure it out. All right, now the next thing.
You know what the problem is, Tom?
You have half of it already. Sell it.
I'm joining your coaching. I would have been better off with the bigger
Oh, all right. Okay, now here's what you're going to get for this. You're going to, the only thing you got to do is get to Norfolk International Airport. It's dirt cheap on Southwest. We're going to pick you up in a limousine. We're going to bring you to this estate home of mine. It's 2.5 acres. The whole thing is high-speed wireless internet. Janet, come up here real quick. Janet used to work for me. Now I can't afford her anymore because what she learned from me. Tell her, come on up here a little bit, real quick. That's not quick, Janet. Thank you. Tell them in a minute or less what you saw when you came to the retreat center.
The retreat center is the most fabulous place you could ever want to be at. It's like being on a ship, but not on the water. The food, the rooms. He's got a high-tech geek bedroom. I didn't stay in that one. Tennis court, swimming pool, gym, sauna. The training is, you want to hear more of him? Go to the retreat center. You sit with him in his office, watch him work. He does a game plan with you, an action plan. You create product right there with him. Meeting the people that are there is incredible. A lot of good networking. The food's incredible, but the training is you just can't get that one-on-one training unless you're there. And you're right there in his office. You watch him work. You work with him, and he teaches you everything. Go to the retreat center.
Thank you. Let's hear for Jana. Yeah. Boy, I worked her to death when she was there. Okay. Let's see who's the big winner. And you don't have to accept this if you don't want. Just say so, huh? We're going to do 2. No, we're going to do 1 out of each bag, yeah. 2 visits. You actually sit there, and I have a big screen like this, and we work. You watch me work. You watch the orders coming in. One lady said it's like reality. Whatever she said, reality internet marketing on steroids. The other lady, her only comment was, man, the towels are thicker in my winter coat. Aline Zolbrod, PhD. Come on down, Aline. Is it Aileen? Aileen? Come on, all right. Hope we got a camera somewhere. All right. All right, you see me afterwards, and we're going to get you all arranged up. And all right, thank you. We'll see you there. Remember, you don't have to accept. Tim Romero. Come on down, Tim. Come on, Aileen. Come on back up here. Yeah. All right. Good man. Look over here, man. We'll see you at the retreat center. You fired up? Come on, man. I got a bad back. All right, we'll get him later. All right, see me after we get some pictures. We'll get some pictures afterwards. All right. Good. We'll see you there. You're going to have a great time. Thank you very much. Here we go. Yeah, right. I'm not letting those out of my sight now. Okay, we're going to very quickly talk about e-courses. Since I just told you a little bit about teleseminars, I can tell you that I made $12,000 the first month doing telephone seminars. And guess what? You don't have to be the expert. When I ran out of stuff I wanted to say, I just joint ventured with somebody. I said, hey, how about you talking about your expertise? And I was just the interviewer. And we split. They could sell the tape. I took the revenue from the event and gave them a master, and they got a product. I got a product. So this is very, very cool. You know, I use what I call dull edge technology. People beg me. They want to pay me to do webinars and all this stuff. Guess what? My market, you got to plug something into that computer, done. Forget it. You got to download something, forget it. Everybody can pick up the telephone. So this is very powerful. Okay, last thing is e-courses. Then I'll tell you a little story and I'll get out of here. How could you get an easier product than an e-course? The 7-day mini course that I have on Antion.com, you can go home and take it for free, all delivered automatically. I happen to use aweber.com only because I had millions and millions of emails out with that address on it prior to me getting this new shopping system. So I just keep it $15 a month, no big deal. But basically, you write 3 or 5 or whatever you want emails. You put them in the sequential autoresponder of the shopping cart, Kickstart cart. Then, when they buy it, it's just like a product. And the cart says, oh, they just bought a product. I'm supposed to deliver this autoresponder series when they buy it. And boom, it's all automatic. Everybody hear of Mr. Fire, Joe Vitale? $1,500 charges for I think, how long is his e-course, Yanik? 6-week e-course. He never talks to you, does he? No, he doesn't even talk to you. He critiques your email. All right, now he's a big name, but anybody can start doing this. So again, there's no excuses, but you do have to have a sequential autoresponder as your delivery method, or you're going to have a lot of boring nights hitting the buttons. All right, so this will do it for you. So e-courses. Okay, I'll tell you why I got into this. I got sick of traveling. You know, I'm a professional speaker. I've been all over the world doing this stuff, and it seems exotic for a while, but I can tell you 24 hours on a plane to New Zealand is not fun. I went 11 hours to Hawaii one time for a 20-minute speech. My feet were swelling up. You ever have your feet swell up on the plane? Well, guess what? In Hawaii, they don't have the jetways. You walk right into the thing. You go down steps to the tarmac. Well, I can't get my shoes on in the plane. My feet are swollen up. And I got to get off the plane. Sir, it's time to go. We're here eventually. So I'm walking down, and it's 9,000 degrees on this tarmac. So I'm like, you know, the poor girl with the lei is trying to hit me, and she can't get it. You know, I'm sick of this. I mean, I went to Thailand through Anchorage. Oh, it just, when you get there, it's great, but the travel is terrible. So one of the reasons I got into this was get out of the travel. I've done 2,200 paid speaking engagements. I don't want to go any Holiday Inn basements anymore. I only come to the best events, and this is one of them, and I want to give Yanik and the whole crew a big round of applause for that, would you? Yeah. Yeah, I only come to the best ones, and this is one of them. So one time I was doing 3 speeches, 3 days in a row, 3 different cities at 3 degrees below zero. All right, so I fly to Lexington, Kentucky, get that job done. I get on the plane the next morning to do a luncheon in Indianapolis. Well, right before the plane lands, the guy sitting next to me spills a whole Diet Coke right in my lap. This is not good, all right? I'm like, you know, I'm soaked, I'm slogging down to the baggage claim, and I get my luggage, and I go out to get the limo, and my pants freeze. This is really not good, all right? So I'm going to the restroom, and I'm like this, going to the restroom, and hey, who's been to Indianapolis? You check me on this next time you're there. There are no towel dispensers in the restrooms in Indianapolis. They got the thing on the wall with the heater thing, you know, and I'm trying to jump up here and get dry, and the security guard thinks I'm getting kinky in there or something. So I get that job done. I fly to Chicago and get that job done. And I'm sitting in Chicago Midway Airport. Anybody ever been there? Chicago Midway. I must have been there early because nobody was in the gate area. It was just me. And I can't lay down because they had the armrests on the seats. All right? So I'm sitting there. And I put my overcoat on my lap, and I put my head down to rest. And I must have fallen asleep. Because I woke up, and the whole place is full of people, including the most gorgeous vision of a woman sitting right about where Clive is. Well, that's probably not a good example. Let me say. Anyway, sitting right there. And I smiled at her. You know, I'm single. You know, I smile at her. And she smiled back at me. But the only way I could really characterize her smile was it had somewhat of a charitable edge to it. I looked down on my overcoat, and there was a big puddle. I had been drooling in front of this lady for the past hour. So I had a thick sweater. I just soaked it up and kept on smiling. You know? So I'm sick of traveling. I only want to go where I want to go. And what you learn at this conference is going to put you there. All right? Now, if you want any of this stuff of mine, how would you like a simple offer? Understandable right off the bat. All right? Get that thing out of there. That order form thing I got there, it's got 2 parts on it. You get all the stuff that was in this package here. And I don't even have one up here. I lost it. You see that amount there next to package 1? That's that whole package you just saw. You see that? Scratch that out and put $4.97 on there. I thought it was filled out. Didn't bring me empty ones, man. Scratch out and put $4.97. Hold on a second. Sorry. I really take care of my customers. Oh, shit. It's Yanik. What, man? I'm busy. Huh? What? I got to do better. Man, what do you want out of me, man? Come on. I was going to do the thing where I doubled the price and told them, well, everybody's discount, and then, you know, somebody's got to make up for it. I could have done that, you know. All right, for you, since you're an old neighbor, I'll do it. Okay, scratch it out and put $2.99. Now, what can I do for you better, folks? What can I do for you? I'm going to spoon feed you this stuff. It took me thousands of hours to figure out. What's that? Oh, no, get your bucks out. I don't even know what's going to happen. You probably got more bucks than I'm going to come home with nothing. All right, $2.99. How would you like it for free? Okay. All right, it's not for everybody. This is for a select group of people that want to be in my mentor program. You see the kind of action I put on you? I lay it on these mentees for 6 months or a year like this. All right? I help you if you do any of this stuff, you're going to have questions. All right? And I don't farm it out to anybody that doesn't know what they're doing. It's me that's helping you. So when you come to a Y in the road, I'm going to be the one helping you not make the mistake. All right? This is $2,500 for 6 months, $4,000 for a year. I don't want any tire kickers. Don't buy it if you're not serious, because there ain't no refunds. So don't even think about it if you're not serious. But I am going to kill if you do it, I'm going to be on your team for 6 months or a year teaching you every single one of the tricks I know and every one that I learn, because I do this day and night, folks. I'm going to turn into a propeller head pretty soon if I keep it up. All right, so that's $2,500 or $4,000. Now, fill out the thing, take it to the back, and I put it on vibrate, and it's vibrating now. What? You want me to what? Jeez, what? This guy is. You Russian? Where is he? You want me to what? Jesus. You're lucky he's young. All right. Anybody that buys either one of these things gets a full. By the way, if you read the mentor program, you get a lot of one-on-one, you get unlimited email, you get teleconferences twice a month, you can read all this stuff that goes there. But anybody that buys anything is going to get an hour consulting, either in addition if you buy the mentor or you buy that package. You go through it, and then you're going to talk to me personally for an hour to help you get started. Fair enough? All right, I'm done. I'm out of here. Thank you very much for having me. Thanks, Yanik. Happy birthday, man. Thank you. Thank you.